Alright guys, this is our first purchase for this whole series. This is going to be a game changer. It's going to help me do a lot more jobs and open up my services to more people. So inside this is a brake fluid bleeder. This is something I wanted to get. It's an amazing purchase because I can now take air out of the brake fluid if it's in there, and also I can drain the fluid because this will pull our vacuum onto the brake fluid and then it's going to suck it out through this and it's going to go in here. So this is perfect because now I have a customer here that wants to get their brake fluid changed, and I can do that with this tool. So we're going to be doing a little debut showing off this tool. Alright guys, I'm going to walk you guys through this job as I do it so that you can understand exactly what's happening. But I have the vehicle right now on 4 jack stands and I have all 4 wheels taken off. The rear brakes on this are drum brakes and the front brakes are disc brake. But with both these systems, you are able to successfully drain the brake fluid or bleed it if you need to. Before I go and start evacuating all the old brake fluid, I want to go and check the brake fluid reservoir and get an idea of where the level's at when we start. You don't want this thing to run dry. When you're evacuating the old fluid, obviously this fluid's going to drop, and you don't want this to go completely dry because you're going to start pulling in air. And that defeats the whole purpose because I don't want air in the system. I want to make sure all the old fluid is gone, all the brand new fluid is in, and then there's no air in the system. Every time I'm evacuating fluid, I'm going to come back here and check the level and fill it up if I need to. Before we start evacuating the fluid, there is a sequence you have to follow. You want to start with the wheel that is the most furthest away from the master cylinder, and in most cases that is going to be the passenger rear wheel. And you want to do the driver's rear, then I'm going to do the passenger front, and then I'm going to finish with the driver's front. So I'm going to start in the rear. We have drum brakes and I'm going to find the bleeder. So if you look right behind the drum, there's going to be a brake line that comes in, and that brake line right above it there's a little bleeder there. It looks like a little nipple, and it has this little cap on it. Usually they have caps. You just take that off, and I was a little bit concerned because it was kind of rusty, and usually these things seize up and they won't move, but luckily everything worked out. It still moved and we were able to change the brake fluid. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have a 10mm wrench that's going to crack this nut free. Then when fluid comes out, I'll have the tool onto the bleeder just like this, and it's going to suck out all the fluid. So I come back to the brake fluid reservoir and I see that it did drop just a bit, so I'm going to go and top this up, making sure, like I said, you don't want this thing to run dry. Now I'll show you guys how to find the bleeder for the disc brakes in the front. So right behind the brake caliper, you're going to find the same brake bleeder valve. So it's going to have that cap on it. Take that off. And the process is the same. You crack the nut free, let the brake fluid come out, make sure you have the tool on there, start evacuating all the brake fluid, and just let it do its thing. You know, you always top up the brake fluid reservoir and just keep doing it until you feel like you've gotten rid of all the old brake fluid. And then once you're done all 4 wheels, just make sure all the bleeders are closed, nothing's leaking, you know, and just come back and do a final top up, try to get it back to the level that it was at when you first started, and that's a job done right there. And just to show you guys the results from the before and after, this was ridiculous because I didn't even think the fluid was this dark until I collected it all into the bottle, and then when I looked inside, it literally looked like engine oil. And I was shocked. I'm happy we did this for the customer. I'm pretty sure the customer is happy themselves. It was a great success. Alright guys, it's time to calculate how much money we got in the bank. You know, the shop balance from the last video, I think it was at $300. I'm pretty sure we did make our first purchase, first investment in the business, and I think a really good one. $40 for this brake bleeder tool. Worked amazing in the video, you know, first debut of it. And I plan to use it many more times in the future. Now I can open up more services for people. You know, if I want to change a brake caliper, caliper, I can do that. If I want to change the brake fluid, I can do that. You know, the brake fluid, if I want to take air out of it, you know, I can do that as well. I can bleed them. I think it's a very, very good first purchase. I will leave a link in the description to where I got the tool from. I also did make some money from doing winter tire swaps. You know, I didn't really add it into the video, but I do have it on my Instagram. I made some stories of, like, you know, of customers that I did winter tire swaps for, and so all the money I made from that, I will add it to this balance. And so whatever I'm sitting at right now, whatever you guys see here, that is our shop balance total. The goal here is to continue to grow it, continuously grow the balance out, and, you know, grow and learn how to run my own side hustle, kind of like my own business, because that's what this channel is all about, guys. If you haven't noticed already, I do post automotive related videos all the time just to help people out, you know, because at one point I didn't really know anything about cars, but I continue to learn and grow. That's what I'm trying to do with this channel. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to be a part of something special, you want to stay along with this series, get notified when I post a video, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because you will be a part of Zilla Squad. We are a very serious squad, and so if you want to be a part of that, hit the subscribe button. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video.